For decades, the Indian Ocean has been viewed primarily as a maritime trade route. Today, it is rapidly evolving into one of the world's most contested strategic theaters. From Strait of Hormuz to Malacca Strait, major powers are competing for influence, naval access, and military dominance. And at the heart of India's response lies one weapon system that has fundamentally altered the region's strategic calculus: the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile. With longer range variants, expanding deployments across land, sea, and air, and growing exports to Indo-Pacific partners, BrahMos is no longer just a missile, it is becoming the backbone of India's maritime deterrence strategy.
25 years after its development began, BrahMos missile has evolved into one of the world's most capable supersonic precision strike weapons. Traveling at nearly 3 times the speed of sound, the missile combines speed, accuracy, and survivability to threaten enemy warships, coastal infrastructure, and high-value military targets. Its combat effectiveness has been reinforced by successive upgrades in range, seeker technology, and launch flexibility, making it a critical component of India's conventional deterrence. Recent reporting has also highlighted the missile's operational significance following Operation Sindoor and India's continuing efforts to expand its strike capabilities. What truly transforms the strategic picture is not just the missile's performance, but where it is deployed. India is steadily creating a multi-directional BrahMos strike arc stretching across the Indian Ocean. From Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the east to India's western seaboard facing the Arabian Sea, BrahMos-equipped warships, coastal batteries, and Sukhoi Su-30 MKI fighters can hold critical sea lanes and maritime choke points at risk. This growing network provides India with the ability to respond rapidly to threats emerging from multiple directions while reinforcing its sea denial capability across the Indo-Pacific.
But India's strategy is no longer confined to protecting its own coastline. BrahMos is increasingly becoming an instrument of strategic partnership across the Indo-Pacific.
India's defense diplomacy has entered a new phase with the export of BrahMos missiles to friendly maritime nations. Following earlier exports to the Philippines and Vietnam, Indonesia has now joined the growing list of countries strengthening their coastal defense with BrahMos system. These agreements enhance the maritime security capabilities of India's partners while reinforcing New Delhi's vision of a free, open, and rule-based Indo-Pacific. For India, these exports are about far more than defense sales. They contribute to a wider network of like-minded maritime partners capable of deterring aggression across critical sea lanes. The missile itself continues to evolve. Newer versions are expected to feature extended range, greater precision, and enhanced targeting capability, while future variants, including the BrahMos NG, are designed to equip a wider range of aircraft, ships, and submarines. Meanwhile, India's parallel work on long-range land attack cruise missiles and hypersonic technologies indicate that BrahMos is becoming part of a much larger precision strike ecosystem rather than a stand-alone weapon.
In modern naval warfare, missiles don't merely sink ships, they shape the adversary's decisions long before a conflict actually begins.
This is where the concept of deterrence becomes critical. A naval task force entering the Indian Ocean must now assume that it could be tracked by satellites, maritime patrol aircrafts, drones, or warships and engaged in supersonic precision strike weapons from multiple directions. Such uncertainty complicates the adversary's operational planning, increases deployment costs, and reduces its freedom of maneuver. This is precisely the strategic advantage India seeks to create, not by matching fleet size alone, but by imposing unacceptable operational risks through long-range precision strike capability. As India modernizes its navy with new aircraft carriers, destroyers, submarines, and maritime surveillance assets, BrahMos will remain one of the central pillars of this transformation. Integrated with network-centric warfare, real-time intelligence, and future unmanned systems, the missiles will provide Indian Navy with the ability to dominate critical maritime approaches and protect India's strategic interests across the wider Indo-Pacific. In the years ahead, the true power of BrahMos will lie not only in its speed, but in the strategic reach it gives India across one of the world's most important oceans.
Sea power in the 21st century is no longer measured only by number of warships a nation possesses. It is measured by the ability to detect,